Audrey is looking for a second date update with a guy named Erica. We're going to try to help her out. Hi, Audrey.
Hi, guys.
So what's happening? What's the deal with Eric?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I met him on Match, and, we went on this amazing date. We went to dinner at BJ's Brew House. Had a really good time, and he was a really cool dude, really intelligent, sweet, just a really fun person that I can talk to. And it lasted for hours. We got into all kinds of stuff, like what we did for work, like what we did for fun with our friends, like, family stuff and all the kind of stuff that we're into. And, one thing that I really liked about him is that he really uses his passport. Like, he really gets around. So we're comparing our passports, and I love traveling. I'm a part of a travel group myself. So it was really cool to finally, meet someone that's, really down to, go to some really unique and exotic places. He's been to Taiwan, Fiji, Brazil, places that I'd never been. And he was, showing me some, really cool pictures, and it just made me want to go there. A couple of them are definitely on my list. And, I was just like, oh, man, you should, take me there someday. Just as a joke.
Yeah.
And he laughed. He was into it. At least it seemed. And, I was like, okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. And he walked me to my car, gave me a hug, no kiss, which, is fine. It's I'm cool not to kiss on the first date. But I haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's been crickets. And, I'm not trying to blow his phone up, but I hit him up a couple of times and nothing. And I don't know what's going on. And it's just a bummer because we really had a good time. And it seems like he's kind of ghosting me.
Yeah.
And that's not cool.
I remember when I would go on dates sometimes and people would want to make future plans with me. Because I was a commitment phobe, I would be like, oh my God, they just keep talking about the future and all the stuff we're going to do together. And that would freak me out and I wouldn't call them back.
So you think maybe that's what's freaking
I don't know.
out?
I'm just thinking if she's like, hey, we should go someday or we should go there. I got a passport too. I'm just wondering if maybe that was a little off-putting. I don't know.
I don't know either. But if you're on Match and you've been dating, I'm just curious. Has there been anyone else out there that's made the kind of impression on you that Eric made?
I mean, every once in a while, it's like a needle in a haystack.
Right.
But recently, he definitely stood out. But ghosting is not something that I'm used to.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a little odd, and I'm hoping you guys might be able to help me out. And, hopefully he's okay.
Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll call him up and see what happens. Trying to get you a second date, or at the very least, some answers. Second date update continues. The story of Audrey and Eric. Next, Jeff and Eric on Match. They got together for dinner at BJ's Brew House, and she's dated a few guys that, they weren't quite what she was looking for. Finding a needle in the haystack was the term she used, and she thought she may have found that needle with Eric because they had a lot of shared interests, and Eric likes to travel, which is something she's really into. There was clearly chemistry there, and there was some flirting. So here we are. It seems like he's ghosting her. There was no kiss or anything. He was a gentleman. He walked you to your car and gave you a hug, but he didn't try to make the moves on you or anything. And you seemed fine with that because you thought for sure you'd see him sooner than later, correct?
Yeah, I totally did. I'm not into guys that are trying to be super hot and heavy on the first date. So I was like, cool, this guy's different. I like that.
Great.
Yeah, manageable.
Yeah.
All right, let's give him a call.
Hello?
Hi, is this Eric?
Yeah, who's this?
Eric, it's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How you doing?
I should have let it go to voicemail.
Wow, come on, man. We just wanted to talk to you a little bit on the radio, if that's cool. We're not going to take up too much of your time. We're not trying to ambush you, but we spoke with Audrey, and she just seemed really nice, and she had great things to say about you, and we just wanted to see what you were up to, man. That's all.
Okay. Well, I mean, she was cool. She was nice and everything, but she was obnoxious, man. I got to be honest with you.
She was obnoxious?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Well, I mean, Oh, okay. So everything was going fine. We started talking about what we do and like what we do for fun and all that, the basic stuff, 20 question crap. And, we started talking about our childhoods, and I told her that I was raised in Poland, and, my parents were university professors there.
Wait, you were raised where?
In Poland.
Oh, wow. Like the country Poland.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess. I was just born there.
Oh, so you didn't live there then growing up?
No, I lived there for a little bit. My parents were professors there, so we lived there. But then I moved here when I was like 7.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I grew up speaking the language, and it turns out her grandma was Polish. So all of a sudden, she had the audacity to telling me how to say different things in Polish. And every time I said something, she told me I was mispronouncing it. And
Hold on. Wait a minute. How does she know? Is she Polish too?
No, but her grandma is apparently, and so she thinks that by third party or something that she's Polish. I don't know. That she knows. You know
Guilty
what I mean?
by association.
That's so
I've
funny.
been there.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah. So she maybe knows like 100 words, and she knows 100 words. It's not like it's just gibberish, but she's telling me how to pronounce what I know I'm fluent in, and she even she even told me I spoke like a peasant, and so that was.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So that was why I'm not calling her back.
All right. Well, no need to because we got her on the line right now. Audrey, you there?
Yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Audrey.
No, clearly, one, I didn't realize that you were so sensitive about all this stuff. I mean, you really did pronounce some of those things incorrectly.
No.
It's a joke.
I'm not being. No.
I mean, were you just messing with him, or were you really calling him out?
She was constantly correcting me. Constantly. Like grammar nerds and what's it called? Grammar police or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like that with Polish.
Wow.
And especially it's one thing if somebody else is more fluent in Polish than I am and they're correcting me, but she doesn't know. Audrey, you don't know what you're talking about. I'll be honest.
Look, I'm not fluent in Polish, but I spent so much time with my grandma. I know a thing or two, and you definitely pronounce some words incorrectly. But at the end of the day, I was just joking.
I spent so much time with my grandpa who fought in World War II, and I don't know anything about fighting. So, what are you talking about?
Okay, but what if this is just more like a regional thing? Like maybe your grandmother came from a different part of the country. I mean, it's no different than American accents are completely different. You take someone from Flushing, Queens, pair them up with someone from New Orleans. I mean, there's going to be words that I don't even understand, even though we're both speaking English.
I mean, I guess, but
exactly.
If it was one or two things, sure, but it was every word that I said. You know what I mean? It was just annoying.
You just had enough.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, well, I don't want to, date someone that's super sensitive and can't take a joke.
I'm not sensitive. Jesus.
All right, it's not a match.
They both feel a bit mad to me.
Well, they're feisty.
Yeah, for sure.
No, kind of. On one hand, I think could be good, but you and I were talking about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt from back in the day, when they had that passion for better or for worse. In this case, all right, not a match, no second date.
I'm not good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, we appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, sure.
And Audrey, thank you for putting yourself out there and for coming on Second Date Update.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Of course. Best of luck.